Hi, today I'm going to read It All Began with a Bean. It all began with a bean, the bean that fell from a boy's burrito. Now a bean is a feast for flies, so 5 flies came and fed on that bean. Then off they flew. Then it got worse. A girl in park spilled her whole big box of raisins. 15 pigeons flew to those raisins and ate them faster than the girl could give a quick cry. Then 15 pigeons flew off. Then 45 cats happened to ask for cheese, please, although it just sounded like meow, meow. Their owners understood. Then a chip truck hit a bump, and all the bags bounced out the back. 135 dogs got rich whiffs of those potato chips. They jumped out windows, buried under fences, left frisbees in flight, and sprinted after the truck. They ate and ate and ate all of the chips, and only then did all those dogs go back to where they belonged. Just then, the teachers at the elementary schools for the final day treat passed out bubble gum. Thousands and thousands of kids chewed. Teachers chewed too. Then more than 500,000 people decided to cook the very same thing. Eggs. Some were scrambled, some were hard-boiled, and some were sunny side up. But they were all eggs, hundreds of thousands of them, and everyone was eaten. Then a soft drink factory, high on a hill, had a big spill. The kids were all in school, unlucky for them, so the soda rushed right into the big blue river, where it seemed safe, but 1,000,000 fish swam through it. Then it got as bad as it could be. A race was about to begin. The runners jogged in place, taking big breaths. Millions of people cheered, taking bigger breaths. The woman with the starter's pistol pulled the trigger. Bang! And that's when it happened. The flies and the pigeons and the cats and the dogs farted. The students farted, and the teachers too. 500,000 people washing their egg dishes farted. 1,000,000 fish in the river farted. Millions of people cheering for the runners farted. They all farted at once. For half a second, everything seemed fine. Dogs jumped a little higher. Pigeons popped off statues. The runners finished the race in record time, although no one was left to cheer the finish. And then, oh, can you guess what happened? The blast of the gas blew the paint from the police cars to the school buses, and vice versa. Saddles were blown off horses' backs and onto the backs of cowboys. Grandmas were blown out of rocking chairs and on to skateboards. Kids on swing sets were blown all the way around 3 times. The blast blew the stripes off zebras and onto zookeepers. But the zebras didn't have to walk around in bright white for long. Patterns were blown off dresses and on to zebras. The gas parted the threads in teachers' clothes. The kids got to see the principal's underpants. The high heels on the roller coaster shriveled, which wasn't much fun for kids, but it was fine for a new ride for their grandparents. Fish from the river were carried high in bubbles of gas, which happened to pass over swimming pools, and that's where they popped, which made for strange swimming, but fine fishing. And then the blast passed, but not the smell. And oh, that smell. It was so strong that green slid out of the leaf trees. Freckles slid off cheeks. The curls on poodles went long and limp. Bald eagles became bald eagles. The stink was so stinky that the pork farm's pigs corked their snouts. Elephants plugged their trunks with bananas. Looking like ostriches, the ladies of the garden club stuck their head in flower beds. Even skunks searching for food in trash cans had to close their noses. Stores sold clothespins for $10 a piece, and they sold every single one. Luckily, late that afternoon, there was a mighty wind that came through and blew the gas away. So life was good again. Except for those downwind of that town. The end. See you tomorrow.